What's up? It's time for some Bughouse. I'm going to go ahead and choose Bughouse and randomly partner with whoever the server tells me I'm best suited for. It's like matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. There we go. Deep Nerd wants to partner with me, and guess who's partnered? I am right now. Justin D. Lynn versus me and Mr. Deep Word Nerd, National Master. I feel pretty good about our chances. I'll go ahead and take and give him a pawn. I'm trying to check out what he's doing there. I'm going to develop. Whoa! Look at that. It continued to seek my random partnership. It continued to seek my random partnership, even though I had already been partnered. Hashtag Bughouse Simul. Hashtag first time in history. I don't even know that I'm comfortable with this. And we all know that I do things regularly that make others uncomfortable. But I'm playing a Bughouse Simul here. This is insane. How do I have a queen? Oh, he traded queens. Okay, so Deep Word Nerd is my Bughouse partner over there. I got to make sure I don't launch combinations that require pieces that don't exist on this board. All right, so I've got the extra queens here. He's launching something that suggests he's going to weaken the light squares. So I'm going to try to keep those pieces on the board. Let's go give this check and go pick up a pawn for my partner. 2 minutes and 27 seconds here. We're going to go grab that pawn. Does he have any pieces to place? Not yet. Looks like they don't have many trades going on at all on that board. So am I partnered with Deep Word Nerd twice? I think I am. He's also playing a Bughouse Simul. How awesome is this? This was so not planned as part of this Bughouse tutorial video here, but I am liking the party right now. I am enjoying it. This is a ton of fun. Deep Word Nerd doesn't know that he's losing on this board. He's going to lose us this partnership right now, unless I can win and pull a superhero. Look at that. He doesn't even know that he's playing on that board. That's the truth. Let's just develop. I guess whenever you can develop, you should. Deep Word Nerd, dude, you're gonna lose, dude, you're gonna lose us the match. He doesn't even know that he's losing us the match. Man, really letting your partner down here, buddy. I can't win this game fast enough. So let's see. How can I? I'm gonna go eliminate that pawn and try to draw the king out. I'm going to try to draw the king out of his cave so that I might bring more of my own pieces into the attack with tempo. Not even sure it's the best idea ever, but Deep Word Nerd seems to be on the attack over there as well. I'm just going to keep sacking and give him pawns. I mean, he's kind of crushing it right now. He's kind of crushing it. So let's bring this knight into g5 with check, and then he probably has to give up the queen. Otherwise, I drop my queen with mate, right? Deep Word Nerd, you better not lose that. I already know you're going to lose us the other one. Yeah, thanks, Home Slice. Justin D. Lynn and Daradia 4. That's interesting. Once you create a partnership, I think your seek should be stopped. But in this case, I'm going to happily take the victory over here. Deep Word Nerd, what's weird is he did understand that he was playing two games, because look, he played a couple moves, but then he just completely forgot what was going on, right? Like he blacked out. That's not good. Oh man. All right, so we'll play a rematch with these guys. I don't mind. Actually, no. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel the one rematch and accept the rematch where it seems to have been working. So let's close out of this one. And now we're back to having the full Monty here, right? You know what's cool is I can also, okay, let's make a move before the boards. I can also see the notation of my opponent's game, of my partner's game, in case I want to give them advice on their time management or other kinds of stuff. So I'll go ahead and let's see. Let's just stop the attack. What's my Bughouse rating? 2097. This is the first time I've ever played Bughouse. So let's try to make this a little bit instructional. My opponent, Deep Word Nerd, is just crushing. I mean, my partner is just crushing right now. He's just all over it. And that's nice. It's always nice to have a partner who really knows what they're doing, especially because I don't really consider myself, the best Bughouse player on the planet. That's an understatement. I don't really have a lot of ego about my Bughouse skills. But, I did write this article, Bughouse Tips for Beginners, right? We talked about the basics of, looking for sacks on f7, understanding the value of placing direct checks. So I'm going to try to return the favor, or at least follow through to my tips and attack f2, which is the equivalent to the, to the f7 attack if you're white. So right now we're not really, we don't really have a lot going on, but I do have the potential to really get things going here. I mean, my opponent is making trades like nobody's business, which makes me feel like I should be the one on the attack, right? The initiative, usually the best defense in Bughouse is a good offense. The more you can just keep the threats going and keep things against the opponent's king, it avoids them doing the same to you. So now I have so many options, right? Placing the queen is good. Yeah, they didn't even try to continue because that was not going well for them. So we're going to rematch. Right now, me and Mr. Deep Word Nerd, we're on a roll right now, and I'm digging it. So now I'm white. He plays e6. This is it's a very common to meet e4 with e6 if you are new to Bughouse. e6 is a defensive move. It opens up the queen, guards some critical squares. I'm going to go ahead and take here, give my partner a knight, which I think he's going to appreciate. And then I'm going to get developed. I'd like to create a pawn chain. Creating pawn chains can be very beneficial. He's not even wondering what I need here. He's just aggressively trading pieces, assuming I'm on the attack. But not a bad idea. If you're black and somehow get the initiative, usually just going gung-ho and getting your partner pieces because they're white. Chances are that their attack is only gonna get better, right? And that's exactly what's happening here. He has to play the move king to e7 for sure. King takes f7, allowing me to drop a knight or even move a knight in with check. He might as well resign because it would just be too much. So he's surviving for the moment because I don't have any concrete threats. I'm gonna place the knight here rather than move the knight because he can drop his queen with check. So I want my knights to be defended. Normally I would say, hey, always use the pieces on the board rather than drop them if you can. But you have to anticipate what's coming, right? So I'm looking at my partner's board here, and I see that he's also in pretty good shape. So I'm not going to be too cautious in my approach. I mean, if I can trade pieces, he's probably going to be the one getting an attack anyway. Right now, I'm actually threatening to drop the queen mate on e8 if he moves this knight. So he sees that. He says no, thank you, which is fine because also again a queen trade looking at my partner's board tells me that I have no reason not to just walk right into it and let him continue his own magical ride over there. Probably he should just drop the queen on f2, and that's exactly what he does. And my opponent, luckily, lets me be the one who takes home the cake and says, "Hey, Danny, let's throw you a bone. Go ahead and ring my bell." You're welcome, buddy. All right, let's do it. So, this is supposed to be sort of a Bughouse tips for beginners video. Right now, it's more of a Bughouse craziness gone wrong with Danny Wrench, right? The normal stuff. But the goal is at least we've seen how quick and easy you can hop onto Chess.com's live server and get a partner. Start a Bughouse battle, as me and Deep Word Nerd are just on a roll right now, and see what happens. So my opponent is really opening up potentials on the dark squares. Because they're moving so quickly over there, I'm going to show you another tip that I recommend in the article, which is to stall. I'm wasting a little bit of time here, which can be ill-advised, right? The importance of being up on the clock should never be underestimated. As the position gets more critical, if you've lost your ability to stall, it can really backfire because you have to play faster and therefore usually make worse moves in order to stay up on the clock. But in this case, I'm kind of waiting for my partner to get me some pieces. I feel like, okay, maybe I should stop waiting. Maybe I waited a little bit too long. Okay, he goes for this tactic that forces a queen trade. He's willing to sacrifice material in order to get me more material, which I like it, right? He's a real team player. So we're pretty happy with Deep Word Nerd. as our partner right now. I play g5. Normally we know that's kind of a no-no, right? Hey, you're opening up potential weaknesses around your king. But the g-pawn more than the f-pawn is definitely one you can consider to push aggressively because, there's no immediate consequences where they can't just drop a knight on g7. My bishop guards it. There's no immediate consequences. So that helps that. I'd like to just develop now, and I'm going to drop this piece that defends my knight on e4, adds another defender to the light squares. I think it makes sense. He's probably not interested in saving this bishop, which is not a bad idea. I mean, at this point, wasting time to save it might allow me to just keep the attack going. But then again, giving up another piece and letting me inch closer to a dark square chain, I started that thought process last game and didn't have a chance to finish that instructional point, which is when your pawns can work together on a specific chain, usually that's a good idea. So now he brings the knight in, but that's going to allow me to go win the queen. So I'm just going to go ahead and pre-move capturing his queen on d2 so that I can give my partner a new lady as quickly as possible. Now he's obviously able to just drop the queen on e7 with mate. So if they don't see what's coming over there, it's going to be a big problem. So I'm going to go attack this queen now again, and I still love that I've been able to improve my position without creating any real droppable holes, right? Again, there are squares that are open, but there are squares that are just going to be captured. So he would need a couple moves, like place a pawn, then place another pawn, but anything he places is going to be captured before he's really able to build up any momentum. So now I'm going to take here, which I know it gives him this ability to play queen takes f5, but I'm thinking that now I might even just offer another queen trade. Yeah, so he just told me to stall, and I will. Not you, JNAP. He was talking to me. Telling me to stall. And the opponent thought he was talking trash, but no. Okay, so we're trading queens, and I'm able to get more pieces for my opponent, who I'm kind of relying on him winning right now. The reason he suggested for me to stall is I'm up. You see, I have 1 minute and 10 seconds to his 40 seconds, and it seems that there's a pretty good chance that my partner will be able to take this home as long as he can do so and keep. See, but now it's risky. The moment we're within 10 seconds, it makes it much less likely that I just want to keep stalling. He's playing fast, but so is his opponent. And now, we're within a few seconds, 30 seconds to 50 seconds, and he's also continuing the attack against me. I'm not exactly sure what to do. So I'm gonna go a little bit nutty here and try to get the attack going so that I don't lose on time. We're under. If he gets me the queen, there he goes. Take it. There he goes. Queen mates. Whew. That was close, right? That was a lot more down to the wire than the other games had been. And I appreciate my partner's awareness of the situation to trade queens quickly. It definitely shows that it would pay off if you have a situation where you guys could talk, right? Certainly in our future, our dual-hosted shows with guys like Maxime, who would love to partner with me in Bughouse, right? But it's fun that we're able to continue to play here. And now, so that's interesting. If your partner accepts the rematch, you just got to go with it. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So far, the only issue I've really even experienced has been that I played my first ever Bughouse simul, which was crazy. So did my partner. Unfortunately, he didn't know he was playing a Bughouse simul and lost. But okay, so with them taking a lot of time here, it lets me come back to that instructional point from the article, which again was about stalling. The point is that you noticed in that situation, as we got more and more under time pressure, the value of being up on time just goes way up, right? Because you need time to think. Bughouse is tricky, and there's a lot going on. But also, your ability or lack thereof to stall can decide the entire match, right? If you're able to spend 20 seconds that just lets your opponent trade a few more pieces so that you get a whole bunch of pieces to rattle off, you might finish a mating attack like I did there, whereas if you don't have the time to sit there and wait just a few seconds, you lose your whole attack because you just got to make do with what you have on the board. So I'm kind of giving it a second here because I'm seeing, is he going to trade queens? Yes, he is. So now I'm very happy. I wanted to see if the attack was going to get enough firepower to justify a sacrifice on f7. So you notice I waited there. Cost me 30 seconds. Could backfire in a lot of scenarios, but it also allowed me to make sure my partner's board was going to go the direction I thought it would, which was that they were going to get some big trades, some major pieces came off the board there, and the truth is his attack is going so well that he might win before I have a chance to finish the job myself. But but this is obviously just not going well for them based on the fact that now I'm probably going to play d4 and just get another piece involved in the attack with check. Whenever you can involve the pieces you already have in your position, that's usually what you want to do. You don't want to play too much with just dropping pieces because eventually you run out, and that's how a lot of attacks fizzled out, is missed opportunities to use the pieces you already have on the back rank. So now I have a couple things I can do here. I like this move g4 because his knight is pinned, and so I'm going to be able to bring more of the pieces, the organic pieces I already have on the board, into the fray. After king takes, I'm going to play the move queen h3 check, and then I think I have mate in just a couple moves. Yeah, I can actually either bring the queen to h5 and trade things, or just drop the bishop on g5. So, with more pieces being added to my piece bank over here, it's only going to get worse for my opponent. So he's stalling right now. And I'm going to go ahead and suggest that my opponent just stall so I can finish the job. And it's mate in 2. Check and mate. And with my partner having to go, I will thank him. Let them all know that they're on YouTube now. First Bughouse video. And wish everybody good luck. Go ahead and get the party started. If you're still a little uncomfortable, or Bughouse is just, right, if your mind being blown right now, then check out the written tips. Take your time working your way through them. There's so many things about Bughouse that are just really fun. You see, it's such a social game, and you get to interact with people and actually give advice to your partners. Chess, normally, you're completely on your own. So, lots of fun, and hopefully, maybe you got some instructional stuff out of this. We will look for more partnerships in the future, and who knows? I'm gonna be jumping on here and randomly partnering with people all the time. Maybe we'll be on a team here soon and making our own video. Thanks, everybody.